Hey True Believers, Englentine here with another Comic Book Origins where we take a look at the first appearance of any comic book hero, villain, or team, and this time around we are taking a look at Evil Ernie. A character I have to admit I haven't paid a lot of attention to. I think I might have read a comic book of his in the 90s, but I don't know. Anyway, he's been handled by Eternity, Chaos, Devil's Due, and now Dynamite. Created by Brian Paluto and Stephen Hughes in 1991. This was a commissioned video by Frag Minion. Thank you, boss. Looking forward to checking this out since I don't remember ever reading this one. Now, if you would like to commission a video, just go on over to Ko-Fi. The link is in the description below. Pick out a topic, pick your subject, and by all means, we'll get the video out to you ASAP. And I do appreciate everything people have been picking out because sometimes it's like this where it's out of left field and I've never read it. Now, I don't like the reasoning. Now, this channel is being strangled, so I started another one. It's called Old Man Comics. So go on over, links in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe there and make sure you ring that notification bell because cool things happen. And when this hits 1,000, I'm going to start transferring everything on over there. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that. And with all that aside, let's dive into Evil Ernie #1, the first appearance of Evil Ernie. I couldn't find an original copy, so we're going off of the special limited edition version. But as always, we take a look at the cover, and so we might as well take a look at the actual first appearance cover. The art is kind of iffy, I don't know. I mean, he's an original character at this point, right? I guess this could be considered the perfect cover if it wasn't for the writing on the side where it says Fangoria, Editor-in-Chief, and all that kind of stuff. Because otherwise, yeah, you got Evil Ernie. It's got Evil Ernie on the top. Get rid of Eternity and that little Brady Bunch bubble, and boom, you got a great poster cover. Little Ernie Fairchild's Fantasy. The book starts off when we see a family that look like, you know, they were watching TV and fell asleep but hear a creaking when one of the kids checks out the window. Get down, they'll see you. I can't take it, Mom. Quiet, you'll wake the dead. And we actually see that there is the dead outside of the house. But the kid panics. The mom and dad try to calm him down, but it's just no good. I have to admit, this is really done well because you're shown the zombies and everything coming towards the house. But look at how the family was staged. They were first, on the first page, they were far away. Now we got a medium shot. Then you see the zombies again, and then it's a little bit close up. And then you get a close up of the child's eyes. He's saying, it's over, and boom, they crash through the wall. A very well laid out page. The family is seized by the zombies, the kid shouting, it's him, when a figure steps through the door, grabs an axe through one of the dead's head, and they yell, Evil Ernie! And he says, Mommy, Daddy, Miss Ernie. But the mother protests, I'm not your mother. I never saw you before. Personally, I would go along to get along. Besides, you may get a gift, you know, free axe. Ernie quickly kills the dad. The child yells, Dad! And both he and his mother run out of the house and into the cemetery because reasons. And they're hiding behind a tombstone and the mother saying, everyone's dead. We're the last of the living. When suddenly Ernie bursts through a grave in front of them and they're pulled down into their own tombs. They ask, why, Ernie? Why are you doing this? Why? And he looks at him and says, for love. Dude, been there, done that, and a graveyard is not as sexy or as fun as you think it would be. All right, just pass. Just pass. And that's when Ernie says, love comes, and we see a mysterious woman in a bikini and a cloak. Because comic books, ladies and gentlemen. All this death for me? How sweet. You like to play with dead things, don't you, Ernie? And we hear voices grow louder. Ernie, 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 Ernie. And Ernie yells, Lady Death, I hate the living. You must do something about this, Ernie. Evil Ernie Fairchild's reality. Ernie, 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 rise and shine. I trust you had pleasant dreams. And we cut to a family sitting at a table. I'm concerned with the core of the problem, the psychopath's killing urge. Remove it, and you have a citizen ready for socialization. Our present task is a search for a suitable subject. Remarkable, very remarkable. Yeah, let's hear more, Mary, tomorrow. Hey, Judy, I love psycho stories. I hear he makes Charles Manson look like a choir boy. His name is Ernie Fairchild, and this makes Judy look really nervous when she hears the name, and at that point, we see an unnamed douchebag bring in some pancakes, bouncing them off Judy's head. Mary has to go, so she says, nah, I can't cook you any better pancakes. I've got to get going. Okay, the relations weren't quite clear, so I guess this is all brothers and sisters, and the mother and father are gone, which is kind of weird because the older brother and sister seems to be very mad that she's going to go to work, and they're like, well, don't forget your family, even though you like this project, you know, that kind of thing. And we cut to the mental institution, and we've got guards surrounding Ernie, and they just cannot believe that this much security is needed for one skinny little guy. In walks Dr. Leonard, who should just be called Mr. McDouchebag, because he's immediately like, you can't cure Ernie, you gotta shove him into a hole, throw away the hole. That's not the exact dialogue, but they are like, wait, he's in the basement, you can't put him down any lower. And Mary comes along, people are admired about her, and she's like, well, thank you very much, but this patient's in bad shape. And they're like, well, meet Dr. Leonard. He's in charge. Mary asks for a tour, and Dr. Leonard says, yeah, maybe a tour will cure you of this whole save the psycho syndrome that you have, and I'll show you our star attraction. So he takes him to Ernie, and she's like, wow, is all of this guard necessary? And he says, he murdered his family at breakfast. He went down the block and systematically killed 35 people. Kid's obsessed. Killed 12 more when we captured him. I'd say they're very necessary. That's when Ernie leaps to his feet. Playtime, smashing the guards together, kicking over his table. Damn, here we go again, Leonard says, as we see the guards smashed up against the glass. Lord, what is that thing? Dr. Leonard's pulling a gun. Therapy. And we see Ernie grabbing the guards by the throat. When will that creep learn? I won't let him escape, and he shoots. And then we see orderlies running into Ernie's cage with a straitjacket. Stop, you idiots. Don't go in there unarmed. Considering Ernie just took out 2 armed guards, yeah, that's good advice, guys. You may want to sit back, let the dude with a gun go in first. Ernie throws a table at the orderlies, knocking him down. One of the orderlies begged for his life. Please, Ernie, don't kill me. Don't you remember? It's Charlie, the guy who brings you cookies and milk. So? And Leonard saying, I tell these people 1,000,000 times he's dangerous. Do they listen? No, of course not. We see Ernie about to kill Charlie. Go ahead, Ernie. Go ahead so I can rehabilitate you. Frankly, I think you're well within your rights to do it right now. Just kaplow in the comic. They finally subdue Ernie, and later Dr. Leonard's talking to Mary, and he says, so, do you think he's curable? And she says, he's perfect. Just perfect. Something tells me that Mary is playing a game of Uno with only one card. We see Ernie sleeping, and as he does, he dreams about his parents talking to a psychiatrist, worried that he's withdrawn, but we see what the reality of his life is as his parents brutally beat him. So Ernie's given over to the psychiatrist, who says, hey, we're going to help you, Ernie. You're ready? Come on in. This is the dream probe. And they tie him down and flip a switch. It looks like they're about to lobotomize him or just put a whole bunch of electricity through his brain. But the doctor assures him nothing's going to be wrong, so we see Ernie, and he's off in dreamland in a cemetery, and he begins to laugh. Oh, we find out this is the hiding place, the place where Ernie goes for solace, but all of a sudden his parents break through, and he's like, oh no, not them, and his parents turn angry and begin to chase him. And his mom and dad just continue to hit him, declaring that he's bad and he's making mistakes, and they will beat the love right on into him. And then Lady Death appears out of nowhere in a garter belt and cape. If you're going to wear underwear and a garter, a cape is a perfect accessory. And she's saying, I've waited an eternity for a sweet boy like you. I am Lady Death. And he goes, Lady Death, lovely Lady Death. Would you like me to love you forever? Yes. Something tells me there would be a long line for this offer. So Lady Death kills his parents and says that murder, it's inside of you. It's easy. You could do it. And when he wakes up, they ask him how he feels. And he says, I met a lady and she loves me. And Mom and Dad, I can't wait to get home to show you my love too. Now, even if it has nothing to do with murder, that's just not a phrase you want to hear your teenage boy say after he wakes up. And we cut to Mary, who's saying, well, have you even tried to cure him? And Dr., what was his name again? Leonard is saying, hey, you know what? The only thing that's going to cure him is a bullet to the brain. And she says, well, I've got this experimental medication. He's like, no, you can't do that. There's no helping him. And we see Leonard just remembering the brutal and bloody scene he walked in on with Ernie's parents dead and sprawled out across a room. And we realize that's why he believes that Ernie is a lost cause. I'm surprised he's still alive. I mean, Leonard carries a gun, and it seems like those 2 guards he attacked in this book were not the first ones, so why not kapow? Whoop, it was self-defense, goodbye. I mean, obviously the man wants to do that. Anyway, we see Leonard lamenting the fact that he created Ernie, trying to cure him, and he's saying, there's no way I'm going to let anybody go at this again. But then we see Mary making a deal with the company that makes this experimental tech that she believes will cure him. They sign the agreements. It's called Neurotech, and then we cut to the house where we see Mary's sister waking up. The next morning, we see Dr. Leonard waking up from a bender when he notices a Neurotech truck outside, and he asks Mary, do you have anything to do with this? She says, yes. Why is this tech coming into my facility? It's simple. We're going to cure Evil Ernie. Cure. Ernie loves to be cured. And there you go, gang. The first appearance and origin story of Evil Ernie. What do you think? Frankly, I thought it was a lot of fun. I never read that before. That is really cool. Thank you very much to Frag Minion for commissioning this one. Seriously, that was good. I want to continue on with Evil Ernie, find out what it's all. I mean, granted, the doctors and all, what was her, Mary? She's making all the horror movie mistakes. Everybody around her, you're doomed, don't go in there. And she goes in there and obviously is going to get killed for it. But otherwise, yeah, I think it's really cool. I didn't know Lady Death made the first appearance here. I actually, I thought she came much later because her comic came much later. Anyway, what did you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to click like and share this video out. Get word out about the channel, and don't forget to hit subscription and ring that bell. Make sure your notifications are all on all so you don't miss anything. Cool things happen around these parts. And if you don't mind helping out the channel, go on over to Patreon or to Ko-Fi, drop $1 in the tip jar, or you could consign a video just like this one. You just pick whatever topic. We've got several, and you pick whatever subject you want that topic to be on. So I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.